Alright, awesome. First time streaming SpaceEngine. Let's see what we do. Let me move the chat over here. Okay, and here we have Earth. Beautiful home sweet home. If anything seems a little bit too bright, just let me know because my main monitor is really old and dark, so it's hard for me to tell sometimes what the right brightness setting should be. And my mouse is getting stuck, probably some dust on the sensor. Got that fixed now. Alright, we'll zoom out and we'll look at the moon compared to the Earth. It's much darker. Let's for now set LOD to 2. Oh, there we go. That's so much better. Oh, that's kind of nice. I'm going to take a screenshot. Alright, let's go and look at the moon up close. Got the opposition surge there. Let's go look at a Tsiolkovsky crater. Oh man, that's bloody gorgeous. Oops, I forgot to delete all my ships from before. Let me just go do that real quick. Destroy! Ah, ah, ah. Alright, let's, oops, I meant to spawn something. Let's see, what do we got here? Homeworld, do we have any good homeworld ships? Bentuzi, cargo barge, car. Let's fly around in a heavy corvette. Oops, it's too bright. Gonna have to fix that. switch on over to HDR mode. There we go, that's better. Oh, there's another bug. For some reason, engine sounds only play for main engines and not for retro and hover engines. That's something else I'll have to look into later. Alright, we'll delete that. We had some suggestions from Reddit before the stream about things that people would like to see, so let's go look into some of those. We had one request for how to get the terrain on procedural planets to look as good as it possibly can. So let's go find a nice planet and go investigate that. Alright, let's see. Let's go for a main sequence F-type star. Solitary. And let's look for a Terra with life. Terrestrial. And let's search within 50 light years. Okay, let's search within 150 light years. Okay, let's go back and modify our filter settings. That's better. Alright, we have a suggestion in the chat here to go look at rings. Alright. I'll go do that. Ooh. And one of these worlds has rings, so we can kill two birds with one stone, as the saying goes. Has very thin rings, kind of like Jupiter. So here we are up close with these very thin rings. As you can see, they're kind of like clumps and streamers of ring particles in areas of higher and lower density, as there would be in real rings. Now, of course, this is all just 2D texture. If you go up to it, there's not actually anything there, unfortunately. But in the future, that will change. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to most, is 3D rings. Alright, let's head down to the surface. Got some mountains over here. I should probably change away from LOD2 at this point. Alright, so what can we do to make terrain look as good as possible? Well, the main way you control that is with LOD. Yeah, I agree. 3D everything is going to be nice. You know, have like rocks and plants and other procedural doodads on planets. 3D clouds is what I'm looking forward to, probably more than anything. And so on and so forth, yeah. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Graphics. Landscape LOD. So if you turn landscape down to... Okay, well that shouldn't happen, but I was glitching out there. But lower LODs make it look bad, and higher LODs make it look good. You know, duh. But the thing is, the higher the LOD, the more graphics memory you need to hold all of those procedurally generated textures in memory so you can view them all simultaneously. So you need it needs increasingly higher end hardware to use higher LODs. And of course it also takes longer to generate. Now that's becoming less and less of a problem as graphics cards are coming with much higher and higher amounts of memory these days. But if you're running an older card, if you've only got, 2 gigabytes or 1 gigabyte of memory, or especially if you're trying to run on integrated graphics or something, then you're going to have a hard time using higher LODs. So just something to keep in mind. Yeah, and I have a superclocked GTX 970, which is a pretty good card. And even with that, at LOD 1, it takes quite a long time to load terrain. So people who are like, oh, I'm just going to crank it up to LOD 2 and just go. I'm like, if you're on like solar system planets using the high-res texture packs, like that's what that's good for. But if you're trying to do it on procedural planets, you'd be better off choosing a very simple planet like a Selena or Ice World that doesn't have clouds or anything, so that you limit the number of different texture layers that you have to generate and load. Because even LOD 1 on a 4 gigabyte card is kind of borderline. Yep, GTX 970 bros. It's a good card despite all the, the negative press around it, which was totally warranted. I mean, it was absolutely, NVIDIA's fault for being kind of misleading about how the memory worked. But despite that, it's still a good card. And anybody who bought one back then, supposedly is going to be getting a $30 payout from a class action lawsuit from Nvidia. I'm still waiting for my $30, as I imagine everybody else is. But, hey, one day, hopefully. $30 towards a new card in the future. Or, you know, towards, like, food or something. Oh, hey, that's cool. If it has 6 gigs, that's really cool. I didn't know of any that had 6 gigs. Alright, we can go check out this volcano, and I'm going to turn my LOD down to 0. Just for faster loading. Alright, let's go back to full auto exposure again. I kind of like this planet. It's kind of almost Mars-like. Alright, where's the sun? Is it way up there? Okay, let's see if we can pass through the day and get to night. And then we can see the lava inside the volcano. Assuming there is any, which there might be. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there we go. Let's crank up the exposure. And that's another bug with the current build. This is the latest dev build. And it's that if there's a sort of like, if there's light between the camera, like on the screen, like if there's lit pixels between the camera and the sun, then the lens flare will shine through it. Like right here, you can kind of see it shining through. Yep. For those of you who didn't know, this is the latest dev build I'm using. This is not a public build. And so this is what it would actually look like if you had like a real camera and, you know, real, you know, exposure limits and everything. This is what a picture would look like that would properly expose the night side of this planet. It would greatly overexpose the rings and the day side, and yet still would not be enough to expose stars and nebulae. Now we can expose the night side of this object, illuminated by one of its companions. Alright, I'll put it back on auto. Auto does a pretty decent job. That's another bug that's been persisting for a while, is these Selenas and Ice Worlds have like weird and all very samey colorations. No, I don't have that Great Comets add-on by that one guy. Alright, let's see. Any other planets worth visiting? Ooh, that seems like a nice looking gas giant. Yeah, it did. Oh, and some of the other options that there are in the latest build. Alright, Cameron, if you don't stop, you're gonna get banned. Okay, that's it. You are gonna be so gone. As soon as I figure out how to do that. Okay. Hey! Space Engineer just messaged me, you know, exclaiming about how I'm using 16 times multi-sampling. Yes, yes I am, because I can, and it looks amazing. Anyway, so some of the other things you can do, there's a whole visual styles menu now. And you can adjust brightness, contrast. Those aren't all that useful. Sharpness, which is actually very useful. You can have bloom and good details at the same time. Though turning it up too high, you know, kind of overdoes it. And also negates the advantages of anti-aliasing. Yes, I do have the Duke's new Nebula shaders, but I don't know if I have them activated right now. I'd have to restart and add the add-on. So I can't show them to you right this second. I'd have to maybe next stream I'll do that. There's a color vibrance, so you can adjust vibrance, you can adjust saturation, you can increase it along with vibrance to get ridiculous colors. Or you can decrease it and play the game in grayscale or reduced brightness, or I mean saturation. You can also change, we're in a system with a white star, so it doesn't really matter, but you can change the illumination saturation, which means the how much objects are, you know, basically it changes the color of the light from suns. So if you have illumination saturation at 1, you know, if you're orbiting a red star, you're going to have that red-orange light. If you set it to 0, you're going to have white light, and the object's going to be illuminated with just white light. And if you set it somewhere in between, it'll be somewhere in between. I'll go to a system with a different colored star so we can see that. How about you? Yeah, you might do. If you're on HDR, do you have dark stars? HDR mode, I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it should be. It's still work in progress. HDR mode is the same as the old normal regular mode with I mean, I don't really know what you mean by dark stars. I'll look at that in a second. But anyway, the illumination saturation. See, if we turn it down, then this planet is illuminated with white light. And if we turn it up, then the light becomes more reddish because we're orbiting a reddish star. You can also change the tone mapping scheme. There's a exposure, which I'm not sure might be what SpaceEngine was previously using. There's Brunton, which is the one I favor. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, Vladimir. Space engineers, join the chat, y'all. There's Filmic and a variation of it, and then there's Reinhard. Bloom is very nice now. Let's crank the exposure up so we can see the effects of bloom. Let's turn the pseudo lens flares off for a second, which is another new feature. So bloom looks much better than it did before, which is awesome. That's something I feel like SpaceEngine's been needing for a long time, is improved bloom. And so it has it now. I am very happy. And then there's also these pseudo lens flares, which work with any object on the screen and not just suns. Oh, this that you see right there, that brightening, that's a bug around some stars when the camera is at a right angle to the star. Like the lens flare ghosts go crazy. Yeah, I'll show ISS with bloom in a second. So let's turn up the exposure some more, and you can see oh, you can't really see it right here, but yeah, no, I'll go do ISS with bloom. Let's go to it. ISS, we're coming for you. Alright, come on, load. There we go. We're on the night side of Earth, so we're all in blackness right now. Let's add a little bit of ambient light so we can see. And then let's get around to the lit side of the planet. Yeah, I know its real world position is off. One thing, well, right now the moon is between the Earth and the sun, so I can't add moonshine. Yeah, the thing about the I don't know why if you put in the same elements in SpaceEngine it doesn't actually show the right position, but that's something else that'll have to be looked at. But there's no point in putting its accurate orbit into SpaceEngine because its orbit changes very frequently. No, what he means, Space Engineer, is that even when I put the orbital elements that were correct at the time in for the space station, and even then it was wrong. Yeah. So it's a long-standing issue, and it's also not important. Well, it's not super important, I think, because at least in this case, the orbital elements change, so much over such a short period of time that it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's go to manual and really crank the brightness of the station. And you can see here with... I'll turn the pseudo flare's brightness up. You can see how you actually get reflections of the shape of the station. Which is super awesome. Ooh, I kind of like that shot there. It looks like a photo with the dust and everything on the lens. One day we might be able to go into Linux and type sudo apt-get install SpaceEngine, and it will work. I long for that day. Alright, let's see. What else to look at? Now that I have a machine with a much better processor and 32 gigs of RAM, yeah, okay, you can do that. I want to go back and try to improve the space station model. It's just, it gave me so many problems. Maya gave me so many problems trying to work on it before. Maybe I'll go back and might try it in a newer version of Maya. I'm not sure. But this is the best I could do, and there's some duplicated geometry, and there's some normals that are messed up, and so it's got these flickering issues and that being black, and... Hey! Hey, Ansa. Okay, I'm losing track of all the things we're supposed to look at. Okay, somebody wanted to look at... Okay, we gotta look at the star with HDR. Alright, son, we're coming for you. Not dark. Yes, the cupola windows are opaque because there's no interior. Oh, right, I turned off Steam, sorry. Okay, alright, now I'll go look at blue solar panels. Oh, that's another thing I want to do. Okay, who wants to see me fly out into intergalactic space and then fly back to Earth without using the interface in any way? No HUD, no selection pointer, no following objects, nothing. That should be my go-to thing to impress people. Okay, blue solar panels. Let's go look at them. I can't do it from the edge of the universe. Sorry. Do it, you madman. Okay. Those lovely Russian solar panels. And then we can go look at the other ones, which are also very cool. Okay, what am I doing now? All right, let's go try to fly back to Earth from the edge of, not the edge of the universe, but from intergalactic space. Alright, let's deselect everything. Oh, deselect. No. There we go. And let's stop following. Alright, great. Now let's turn around and see what we can do. Oh, I didn't go far enough to make it fun. Alright, hide the UI entirely. Sure. Oops, gotta hide those again. Alright, let's fly out this way. Let's fly over here. Alright, let's see. Nope. Not here. Ah, you look like a likely candidate. Alright, here we are, found the Milky Way. That's step one. Alright, and there's the Carina Nebula. Let's go over here. Fly over this way. Ah, I see Orion. Yeah, I disabled motion blur because it's buggy. Alright, where is... Oops, I'm too close. Also way in the wrong direction. Ah, here we go. Mm-hmm. There we go. That's better. So here's the sun. Let's turn that off. Jupiter. And here's Earth and the Moon. Oop, went past him. Ta-da! Welcome home, guys. Okay. Yeah, Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get on Steam. Oops, sorry, Vova. I didn't see all your other Skype messages. Alright, still have to get on Steam. Steam. There we go. Okay, I see that bug you were talking about with the dark stars. I'll check it out later. Alright. But before that, let's go find a nice planet. Oops. I was changing my speed, but wasn't actually going anywhere. Ooh, hey, you're a lovely little cluster. Alright, since we're in HDR mode for now, I'm going to turn down the lens flares. There's an interesting seam here. Alright, let's find... No, no, no. Well, maybe. Hello, Mauro. Alright, let's search other systems in this cluster for a Titan with rings and an atmosphere. I demanded rings. Oh. Oh, I demanded no rings. Oops. My bad. I didn't know that was an option now. I'm glad that it is. It was just I wasn't paying attention. Okay. No, that's the wrong button. Alright, so you supposedly have rings. So the... Oh, right! The chart mode! Yes, the new chart mode. Let me get the GUI back up. Well, the bottom left toolbar is stuck. Oh well. Let's see, what's... Oh my god, look at these errors. They just keep appearing. Volva, what's the console command to show the old bottom HUD? Okay. Oh, and now my FPS disappeared, and being able to type in the console disappeared. Oh my... Okay, I think let's restart. How about that? Okay, back again. And no more errors. Yeah, pseudo reboot. Okay. Oh, now the other one's gone too. Anyway. Yeah, hold on just 1 second. I'm gonna go look at something. Okay. I think I might have to boot up my virtual machine and look at the code. Okay. Let's try this then. Hey, cool. What's the other one called? Magnitude? Nope. Well, I don't really need that one anyway. Alright, back to ships. Build. Homeworld. Higaran. Carrier. Oh, I have it in my personal colors. I forgot about that. Oh, I gotta enable cheats again. Because I'm gonna put this thing into orbit real quick using cheats. Cheats. Unlimited thruster acceleration. Alright, there we go. That's good. Disable that. Yes, this is the latest development version of SpaceEngine. Okay, what am I doing here? Right. Oh. Vova, you still need to, well, in my opinion, it's a fix. You still need to fix this, when ships face prograde, they're rotated 180 degrees along the longitudinal axis compared to what they used to be in the old versions, which is the sort of the standard in space programs, space flight simulators. So it should have this side that we're seeing facing the planet and not this side. It's a feature, yeah, right. Alright, let's disable that and we'll turn over and get illuminated a little better. And with regards to the emblem, it's not because I'm a big fan of Dodger or anything. It's just because I happen to really like that. I just think it looks cool. Okay, now let's spawn the other ship I want to spawn. Alright, interceptor. This also has my personal colors. Yes, the Space Engine user is Space Engineer. These ships are... this is the Higaran Carrier and Higaran Interceptor from Homeworld Remastered. Alright, so I'm going to recreate my most watched video on my channel. Oh crap, that's right, I forgot about chart mode. Okay, before we do anything else, chart mode. Not that I needed to do that just now. Okay, chart mode. So this is kind of like the viewing the system chart in Elite Dangerous. And you can spin the planets. Yeah, multiple filters. That would be cool. I just don't know how difficult that would be to implement. That's something that Vladimir would have to answer. I don't think it should maintain... If you drag the right mouse button to rotate. In my opinion, if you're zooming in by double-clicking, then it shouldn't maintain the same position on the screen. It should center it and then zoom. Okay. Well, just as long as it's planned, that's good. Oh, uh, Vova, I found a bug. The ships that were just in orbit around that planet after chart mode, now they're on the surface of some other planet. Okay, I don't know if I have the test nebula set up right. Let's go find out. Oh, I do. Sweet. Yes, there were test galaxies in the catalog, so they're showing up in the search. Yeah, the lag is showing up for me too. I don't know what the problem is though, sorry. Let me make sure it's not Steam. No, it's not Steam. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. OBS is not able to upload at a good speed right now. Maybe somebody's eating the bandwidth? Here, hold on. Let me go check. I'll be right back. Okay, next one. Also, I have no idea what the issue with the stream is. Okay, I cannot disable FB to get good frame rate there. these are diffuse nebulae we're looking at so far. Oh, that looks nice. I'm not sure I've seen this one before. Oh, the whole thing about, rest in peace, my PC. Don't worry about it. These do not take up that many resources. Like, I'm getting solid 60 FPS right now. It's totally okay. Alright, what's the next one on the list? Ooh, that's nice. Oh, I like this one. Okay, hold on one sec. I'm going to be right back. Sorry guys, I just heard my kitten screaming and I wanted to make sure everything was okay. As for this lag on the stream, I can only assume that it's just my internet being Comcastic. Here, let me try to down-res it. If I can do that on the fly. No. I cannot. Oh well. That's a nice little bug there. Whoosh. And now we can look at a test supernova remnant. And these animate. Okay, we can go view a black hole. What just happened? Why is it frozen? Oh, I know why it's frozen. No, that's not why it's frozen. Okay, I have no idea what the problem is then. Oh! Skybox. Gotta turn off skyboxes. Yeah, I know. Nothing I can do about that, though, other than to stop the stream and start streaming again in a lower resolution, which I might have to do. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop the stream and then restart it in the lower res. I did disable imposters. No, the problem wasn't imposters, it was skyboxes. Okay. Gonna disable the stream. Alright, let's see if the stream behaves a little better now. Okay. Great, glad to see that the stream is working a bit better now, even if it is in lower resolution. Let's go back to looking at all the new nebulae. We'll get there. We'll get there. This one apparently does not animate. Oh well. Test star? What? I didn't know we had test stars. Oh wait, that's the star at the center of the nebula. Oh. Never mind. Oops. And space engine crashed. Lovely. Alright, well here's a test galaxy. And, you know, very much work in progress, as you can see. It kind of looks like something out of Homeworld 2. Let's turn down the brightness a little bit. Whatever happened to my toolbars? It's like, it's acting like they're there, but they're not. Okay. Yeah, we still haven't fixed this one. Here's a different test galaxy model. Anyway, let's go back to that Titan we were at earlier and put our ships back. Well, it's because they're work in progress. Okay, got that ship back in orbit. Now let's get the interceptor back. Alright, we're ready to launch. Oh, I forgot to turn the cheats off. No wonder things don't look right. Damn it, I don't want that. Alright, now we've launched from our carrier. We're going to thrust off to the side now. And do a retrograde burn out of orbit. Sorry for the stream issues, guys. I have no idea what the problem could be. Alright, let's speed up. I've got a nice little cryo volcano over here. Alright, let's try to slow down. Well, keep in mind that Mach is local Mach, not Earth sea level Mach. So the speed of sound here is 168 meters per second, which is much less than on Earth. So, you know, Mach 41 here is like, you know, Mach 25 on Earth. I love the way this ship looks. I'm really happy with the way the engine effects turned out. It took a lot of time and effort to get this pack ported over, but it was so worth it. Well, the space shuttle enters the atmosphere at Mach 25. Or faster. Or did. I mean, all spacecraft from low Earth orbit do. Oh, I totally forgot about cockpit view. Oops, some of my controls are reversed. That's unfortunate. Need to fix that. Alright, let's switch back to the rear camera. Well, I mean, they're going to wobble in the atmosphere when pitching if they stray even a little bit off from having a zero lateral angle of attack. So I mean, it's kind of to be expected. And keep in mind, the aerodynamic model is still very work in progress. I mean, he probably is. I mean, if you're asking, is it something that he works on every single day? I mean, I don't think so. But is that something that, over the long term he's going to keep improving? Yeah, of course. Nope, not today, we're not. Sometimes just the colors and the visuals and just the picturesque landscapes and everything in this game just blows me away. It really is a work of art. Okay, we landed. Now, let's look back on that carrier that we left behind earlier. See where it is. Alright, let's let it traverse the sky a little bit. Alright, and now let's take off and go after it. Alright, now let's try to match our orbit to the carriers. Autopilot. Why would I need that? But it's no fun. No, I want to do it manually. Alright, now let's play a game of catch up to the carrier. I don't need encounter nodes. I got the Mark 1 eyeball. I made a video about it. I'm not sure if you've seen it. But I mean, there's nothing special to doing it in SpaceEngine. It's just same way you do it in KSP or Orbiter. I'll be streaming. I don't know exactly how long until I feel like stopping. I might do another 30 minutes to an hour. Well, it's not even about having the eye. Have you ever played Kerbal Space Program? Alright, well, can you do... can you do Hallman transfers and rendezvous in KSP? Okay, well... Yeah. No, that's not what I wanted. Hmm. I don't know where we are. Some procedural planet somewhere. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, and anything besides calculus. Um, well, what's his name on the forum is very good with math, so you could ask him. Um, but do you mean like a perfect semicircle, but the ends of those uh, continue out radially from the center of the semicircle. Oh. Um. Well, do you know how to describe the? Do you know how to describe just the semicircle part? No, no, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, I don't really see. I don't really see how you could describe it. There's no. I don't see how you could describe it with like a single smooth curve. You would have to use three different curves. Let's see. Yes, there is an ISS in this version. We visited it earlier. I can go back to it. I mean, it's not in like stock with the program. It's an add-on. Yay, we docked. Awesome. Yeah, collision detection between ships probably would be... I don't know how hard that would be to implement, but it's probably not as simple as it sounds. But I'm not a programmer, so I don't know exactly. Alright, now let's get out from the night side of this planet. Alright, well that's it. We left the carrier, flew down to the surface, flew back up into orbit, and docked with it. Alright, anything else we especially ought to look at this time? Oh, that's something else I could do. Let's see. No, I've thought of something. No, there are no new surface objects. Not yet. This looks a lot better than it did in the older versions now that we have anti-aliasing. Also, this cockpit this add-on is available for download, and the my mods and add-ons thread on the forum. No, I didn't. I honestly I have not been on the forum very much lately, as some of you may have noticed. So there's a lot that I've missed. That I don't know. It might. I'd have to look it up. I don't know. Alright, guess that answers that. Okay, what is this challenge? Yeah, that is a challenge. I might try that next time. Oops, wrong one. And that one is missing textures, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it good for this stream for today, but I plan to be doing a lot more of these in the future. So stay tuned, everybody. Hopefully I'll get like an actual schedule going, so it'll be on the same time and day every week. Alright, it's been nice streaming with you all, and thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.